we came into this series going, Sabonis is going to have to find a way to keep being the hub of the offense and facilitate and help run things through him, because the Kings can't expect Fox to be just working. I mean, the sustainability of Fox, of playoff Fox, fourth quarter Fox, was a concern. Like, even watching game one with him going off, it was just like, is he going to be able to sustain this? He's putting in a lot of work. He's playing the best defense of the season, and he had a pretty good defensive season. He's getting his shots, getting to his spots late in the game, early in the game. He settled for a few threes in game two, but, it seems like the issue for questioning sustainability is not something that's directed at De'Aaron Fox. It seems something that's directed at Steph Curry at this point. I mean, everybody keeps talking about the Curry minutes and the Curryless minutes. The Warriors, I think, in this series are +7 when Curry's in the game, and they're like -13 when he's out of the game. It's night and day difference. After game one, Golden State fans were looking at it going, they lost that game because Curry wasn't in the game. It's just like, as Steve Kerr said on Sunday in between game one and game two, it's like the answer is not playing Steph Curry 40+ minutes. It's about handling the Steph Curry less minutes a little better. And nobody's really stepped up. In fact, in game two, it seemed like a lot of guys took a step back. Wiggins in a starting role looked okay on defense, but near the end of the game, it's like offensively, I think he hit one off the side of the backboard.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson will kind of like, he was okay. He disappears though at times. I mean, anytime he'll disappear, it's like, it seemed like at one point I was like, where the hell's Klay? And then in the fourth quarter, he hit like 2 threes. But it's like more so looking at the bench, which is, it just seems like, I know Jordan Poole hurt his ankle in game one and is not quite himself, but where the hell has he been? DiVincenzo had a bad game. Kuminga has not looked great. He didn't get a rebound in game one. They didn't seem like they trusted him too much in game two. They keep trying to turn him into like a perimeter stopper, and he's just not that. I mean, when Monk had his like spin step back layup, or not layup, 3 in the second quarter, like Kuminga just looked like, I mean, like, it was a great play by Monk. I don't want to take away from it, and a great screen and disruption by Alex Len. But it's just like, the point is, seems like everything's on Steph Curry's shoulders. He's how old? 34, 35?
I think he's 35, right?
Yeah, or something like that. And it's just like, if I'm looking at this as a Warriors fan, I'm going, in the same way that we were saying before the series, can Fox sustain a certain level of play throughout the series and actually win? Can Curry? I mean, even if the Warriors eke out this series, things change going back to the Chase Center. It's like, I don't think there's a lot of hope in Warriors land that the Warriors are going to be able to repeat, because it just seems like the wheels on the wagon are a little loose right now. And I think all the credit goes to the Kings. That concept of making Curry work pays off. By the end of the game, he was worn out. I think he like aired one or was really short on his last 3 attempts, and he had a lot of misses. And he's old. It's the end of the season. I know he's had a lot of, like, didn't play like every game, obviously, was hurt and missed some time and whatnot, and that provides some freshness to the legs. But it's like, Davion Mitchell said it after the game. Davion Mitchell, the guy who just was the MVP of game 2, in my opinion, noted it's like, all you can do, in the words of Mike Brown, is just make him work. And Davion said, it's like, he's going to wear out. I mean, he didn't say like, hey, he's an old man, I'm like a young guy, I'm going to totally outrun him and all that stuff. But it's like, we all know what he's thinking. We all see it. And it seems like a massive concern for the Warriors. It just seems like Fox has help. Fox has a load of help. Guys have stepped up. It seems like everybody's played well that's touched the floor in this series, aside from maybe Keegan Murray, but that's kind of to be expected. Meanwhile, for the Warriors, it's like, Wiggins is kind of up and down. Klay Thompson's not always there. And then it seems like everybody else is just, drop the ball. I mean, like, Kevon Looney and Draymond Green play their defense, but you got to get some help for that Warriors offense, because they're not stopping the Kings, and the Kings are looking like the better defensive team.
Which is surprising. I was not expecting, maybe offensive team, obviously, but I mean, that defense looking so good by the Kings was obviously a major concern coming into the series. It's like, well, Kings have that offense, but we all know how their defense is. But I mean, that perimeter D has really stepped up. Yeah, you've seen some lapses, and that's also, I mean, the Warriors make some good passes too, but they got some good plays. But yeah, that perimeter D, and really just, I mean, containing Steph Curry. They're switching well onto him. Yeah, they have a couple miscommunications, but I think, I mean, it's not, I don't even think they have done a great job on him so far. He went 3 for 13 on Monday night. I think he was a little better on Saturday. I don't remember his exact numbers, but I mean, just holding them the way they have is definitely let him go up 2 games to 0, right? So, and if they can continue to do that, then yeah, they're going to win this series. Like you said, it's like the load is on Steph Curry. Klay Thompson's he's all right, and Wiggins has been decent too, but and so has Gary Payton. But other than that, like no one else is really stepping up for the Warriors. We're on the Kings. You got Fox, who's had the second most points ever in a playoff debut, and then right behind him, Monk, who had the most points in a playoff debut as a reserve. Um, Sabonis comes back out in game two, scores 24. Trey Lyles had an excellent game one. Monk had a good game two after his game one. Fox obviously had a decent game two as well. Mitchell, just like all these guys are just coming out and hitting, and except Murray and Herter, really. And it's like, dang, if you can get them going, and everyone else even does like 75, maybe even 50% of what they did the first 2 games, like the role player guys, and Herter and Murray can get to like 75% of their usual form. I'm just throwing out numbers now, I feel like. But it's like 75, maybe 66. But no,
If
honestly,
my calculations are correct.
yeah. But I mean, it just everyone has looked so good, really, except Murray, in my opinion. But it's
Mhm.
the Kings are gonna be hard to beat when all those guys are clicking like that and playing good defense at the same time.